As the 2020 season ended and the Vikings defensive line was in shambles, was in ashes, then you have my permission to die. It wasn't good, right? Us fans thought, hey, why not bring back a Vikings defensive end that was actually good, right? Because, the last couple years, Danielle Hunter, Everson Griffen, and company, they were getting after one of the best defensive lines in the league, or at least on the edge. Purple People Eater 79.0 or whatever version we're on at this point. But the Vikings did just that this week. But it wasn't Sack Daddy Everson Griffen. It was Stephen Weatherly, who's recently released by the Carolina Panthers. And we all got hyped this offseason when Everson was back in Minnesota after his time in Detroit and Dallas. He still lives in the Twin Cities, back from the Motor City, all hyped. He wants to be part of the team. Then, a few weeks ago, tweeting, Kirk Cousins' ass. Thank you. and yes, is it funny? Yes. Is it kind of true? But he also insinuated that Zimmer didn't want him. Is that also kind of true? Maybe, but that's beside the point. You can't say the quiet part out loud. But if you're looking for a job, publicly insulting the dude who the GM tethered his job security to, probably not a good idea. So that combined with the Vikings bringing back Weatherly, probably not going to happen. And it's sort of unfortunate for Everson since he had an expiring contract with the Lions. Well, he signed with Dallas and then was traded to Detroit, but expiring contract, he can't hit free agency until March 17th. Weatherly, who signed with the Panthers and who was cut, he had 1 year remaining on his deal and available right now and signed for cheap. I think that finally slammed the door. And I reached out to a source who would be in the know on the situation and someone I trust. And the response I got back was, quote, yeah, no, end quote. Now, to translate for all you non-Minnesotans, yeah, no means no, whereas no, yeah means yes. Hey, you want to go get some beers? No, yeah, yes. So you go by the last word of the yeah, no, or no, yeah. There you go. So, no, Everson and the Vikings probably not happening at this point. And you saw the appeal. Everson last year had 6 sacks after leaving the Vikings while only playing 492 snaps for 2 different teams and 2 different schemes, the Lions and the Cowboys. And he still got it done, getting pressure on 29 of his 299 snaps at 9.7 pressure rate. His 6 sacks would have led the Vikings last year. Yannick Woodman 2 with 5, which is just super depressing. But what can you do? And even if the Vikings would want to sign Everson after signing Weatherly, I don't see it happening after free agency hits, because 4-3 teams generally carry 9 defensive linemen on the 53. Let's say 5 of those are edge rushers. Well, the top 4 spots are spoken for. Danielle, Wanham, Afadi, if he's back on his restricted free agent tender, he probably will be, and then Weatherly. And then who's going to be 5th? Jalen Holmes, Hercules, rookie TBD. Maybe Kenny Willekes works in there with a good training camp, sure. But that's it. And ideally, you want your 5th edge rusher on the roster to be a young guy with some upside. You can play a couple snaps a game if needed, plus some special teams. Not an older player who's probably just going to be a game day scratch anyway. And given that the Vikings are tight against the cap, and you just gave Weatherly the $2.5 million deal with incentives up to 3, about what Everson might get in free agency, no, it's probably not going to happen. Barring the Vikings not bringing back Afadi on his RFA tender, which, like we said, I think is pretty unlikely. I think that he is back in purple next year. And even if that does happen, where Afadi is bye-bye, I think that they look to the draft to get younger and cheaper, not bring back Everson, especially after the offseason stuff, even though he does have some gas left in the tank. Everson is 4th all-time on the Vikings career sack list with 74.5, but I don't think he's going to be adding to that. Now, is he going to go somewhere else? Maybe. Well, with the Lions, it's a different regime, so he might not be back there. Maybe it's finally time to get back together with Pete Carroll in Seattle, his former coach at USC, because the edge rush for the Seahawks has been pretty, especially with LJ Collier not really panning out there, the former first-round pick. But I don't know. The Weatherly signing definitely cemented that Everson is probably not going to be back with the Vikings, barring alien abductions in 2021. So it be what it be. Yeah, no. Be your thoughts. Everson, Vikings, probably not. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. Want to support that work, post on the Venmo. But until next time, Skull, production value.